Hello and welcome to another edition of
Rolling. He is Adam.
And he's not Adam. And we're here today. It's been a long week. We're here today to talk to you about
Basket weaving?
No, Terraforming Mars tonight. Terraforming Mars, Jamie.
Yeah, well, this is an old game. This has been out for ages.
Yeah, but we've not reviewed it, and it is a game that you will hear about if you are looking to start gaming. And I only recently got into Terraforming Mars. It's something I recently picked up, and I'm finding it really good.
Now, you know how much I have an affinity for space games.
You have a thing for it.
I do. And Terraforming Mars was one that was on my wish list for ages. But one of the guys in my gaming group, he picked it up. And it is a go-to favourite for us. I personally really enjoyed this game.
Okay.
Spoilers. Spoilers. But I'm looking forward to playing it again with you and Will, because Will's quite, what's the word?
But traitorous.
So the niceties of the game,
the civilized element of the game that you would normally have with other people, that's gone, right?
I feel it might, and I think that will give us a slightly different element when we review and play this game.
I'm sure it will.
It will.
So I'm going to play this card, so this will actually give me a few more victory points.
I think I'm going to play this one. This one will work, right? It obliterates your entire field.
That's Terraforming Mars. Well, we just terraformed Mars.
Wow, I just terraformed Mars.
Oh, you won, did you?
Well, yeah. Well, let's put it this way. Will didn't win.
Yes, that's the main thing. Will didn't win. Will was last.
Again. You see, you would think that Will would learn that trying to just gotcha in every single
from
game.
The offset. He rolls you the wrong way. But this isn't a review about Will and how he plays board games. This is a review of Terraforming Mars. So, Terraforming Mars. Jamie, what's it all about for the people? Because we didn't explain before we began this. We just assumed everyone knew what this was.
Well, it's such an old game.
Well,
with lots of new expansions. So, Terraforming Mars is a game for, I'm going to do a Will here, for a game for 1 to 5 players, ages 12 and up. The ultimate aim of Terraforming Mars, if the box doesn't run around, is that you have the Mars planet, and what you're trying to do is
terraform
it. So you have your heat levels, your water levels, and you're trying to build cities, oxygen. Yeah, I said that. Anyway, you're trying to build those up. Ultimately, you're playing as your own corporation, and that corporation is trying to make money and exploit through capitalism, terraforming Mars to make profit. That's ultimately what the game comes down to. There's quite a lot of depth in this game, because you can go for trying to win via hitting milestones. You can try to win via terraforming more of the planet. You can try to win by collecting the most resources and doing it that way. Ultimately, what this game is a strategy game, and it is totally based on the choices that you make and some of the cards that you get, but there's no real gotcha element to it apart from how you and the other players play around you.
There's a bit of gotcha there, because some of the cards you have, you reduce other people's resources and stuff, and how Will was playing was very gotcha, because any card he got which would screw over anybody else, he would do initially. So it depends who you're playing with.
Yeah, and it's still quite limited, and and it's not an extreme gotcha.
It's very much you're focusing on your own tableau of cards,
Yeah.
Trying to get combinations so that you can get your scoring, your resourcing up. And then, there are elements where you can see other people's boards and you're thinking, well, actually, Will's going to be placing down enough trees to enough kind of plants to up the oxygen to get some more victory points. So I've got a card here which can send an asteroid down and like obliterate all of that. So sometimes you'll do that.
Yeah.
But generally, you're right. It's not so much gotcha. You're just focusing on your own little tableau. You have interaction with other players. And it's quite strategic. There is a bit of luck in there with regards to which cards you get. So my corporations are very much about if I had any like Earth cards, I got a reduction in kind of cost for them.
Yeah.
But I got no Earth cards, so it was really I got some, but like it didn't really matter at that point.
And mine really was about the creating the money, the production, so you start, So it really is for me. I love this game. I think it's one of those games. What do you fancy playing tonight? Oh, let's play Terraforming Mars. I like the game, always like the game. There are some negatives with the base game, like having played your base game, the player I play with has the broken token organizer for this. So has on the player mat has all the slots.
So on the player mat, you're basically placing cubes, and which are your resources and also your production of those resources. And the problem with the base game is you've just basically got a flat sheet and you're putting cubes on. Now, when you're putting cards on the table or stretching or standing up to go get a drink or something or go to the toilet, you can knock the table and then you can totally just your pieces go everywhere. And then you're like, oh wait, where was I? It's happened a few times tonight, but because Will, Jamie, and myself, we played this several times. Once you play this a few times, you can figure out where you were on the track.
Yeah.
But you are right. Like playing the base game without any of the expansion stuff, all the broken token organising things, it does make it a bit tougher.
Yeah, the expansions really do add new dynamics to the game, and it for me is quite an addictive game. I don't know many games that have got a similar mechanic.
Yeah, I think for this game, positives are that it's very unique, it's very thematic, it's fun as well. I've played this with some people who aren't really that into board games, and they haven't liked it because they've just kind of been doing stuff and not really understood why things are happening. I don't think it's for everyone, but it's definitely it's a good Terraforming Mars game if you want to do something about Terraforming Mars, I guess.
Yeah, it's not an entry-level game.
It's not an entry-level game. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It's not entry-level. At the same time, it's not too complex. I saw this at Board Game Cafe being explained, and I was a little worried that it'd be a very complicated game. But actually, once you get past the initial rules, it's fairly simple. There's lots of how to play videos online you can watch as well.
Because I taught you how to play it, and I taught you how to play it
in a lunch hour. You missed a few bits, but most of it was fine.
It's pretty much there. But you and I have a really good idea of how board game mechanics go, and having played with people new with this game, it's so difficult to explain. And because it's such a strategy game and a game based on knowing the game, like it's one of those games where the more you play it with people that know it, the better the gameplay becomes, because you feel that you're not trying to like babysit people through the game. You're actually really trying to terraform Mars and make a corporation. But when you're playing with newer players, it just, for me, it takes away from the experience.
Yeah,
so,
it does.
Yeah.
One last thing I'd like to say, I think the player turns, they do go around fairly okay. With like high level strategy games like this, there can be a lot of player analysis paralysis. But because you've kind of got your cards in front of you, you can kind of figure your turn out before it gets to you.
Yeah.
So they do kind of mitigate that some way, but there is still that element of analysis paralysis in there.
And I've seen on YouTube, I've seen quite a few number of people who've got some really good house rule solutions to this. I've played this with my board game group. Depending on who's in that group, it can take 60 minutes, 75 minutes. One game took over 3.5 hours to play. And that was a lot of effort. But it happens. It is part of a strategy game. This is one of those games where it's as fast as the players playing the cards, and
Yeah.
you are lost sometimes waiting for, if you've got 3 very slow players. I'm quite a quick player, but if you've got 3 very slow players, you can be sat there for a while just going, oh, come on. But that's the game, right? Everybody plays their own board game in their own way, so but that's the game you're signing up for. It isn't a quick go. It's a strategy game.
Okay.
There you go. That's my view.
So we are going to review Terraforming Mars now, and if you've watched our videos before, you'll know this, but if you've never watched our videos before, why haven't you? But more importantly, we don't just give this an arbitrary number out of 10 or 5.
10 out of 10.
Okay, we pick a component from the board game, sometimes dice, sometimes tokens, sometimes cards, sometimes not even from the board game, and we rate it out of those components. So the components we decided to choose today were the resource kind of counters here. So you have a bronze. That's not bronze.
This is gold.
So gold, you're going from the top down, right? So gold,
Yeah.
which is obviously the best there.
Silver.
Silver
Which we can agree is in the middle.
is in the middle.
Yeah.
Is it frankincense next?
No. Bronze.
Bronze, which is the worst of the worst. So, Terraforming Mars, Jenny. I mean, you already just did kind of shout 10 out of 10, but out of those 3 kind of random things, I'm going to turn away so you can't see what I've chosen. Okay.
Okay, so for me,
Should we reveal at the same time?
oh yeah, if you want. 3, 2, 1, go. Controversial.
Controversial.
Okay, so for me, I've given this the highest accolade award that I can give it.
Gold!
Gold. Always believe in the gold. I've given this a gold because I like the game. I've never had a game that I've been disappointed. I've always enjoyed playing it. I would play another game right now. It doesn't really suffer too much from too many negatives. I really have to scrape the barrel to find stuff like the player map. But apart from that, yeah, for me it's a solid board game.
Okay, great. I've gone for silver rather than a gold because there are a few drawbacks to this game. The artwork, for instance, I think is a bit hit and miss. Sometimes it looks really good, other times it doesn't look too great. The player map, for me, who doesn't own like a broken token organizer, I think that's really frustrating, and it's not for everybody. From my experience with other people, I haven't always been able to have a really good time with it because I kind of felt like people are playing the game with me, but they're not really enjoying it that much. Overall, it's a great game, and I'm glad it's in my collection. I would recommend you get it in your collection, or go to a board game cafe and play it and see what you think. So, if you're not too busy terraforming Mars, then you should subscribe to our channel.
Which you can find on YouTube, Instagram and Facebook. And if you go to YouTube, please make sure you subscribe. And if you want those notifications, click that bell and you will see our lovely faces every time we upload a video.
Hi, I'm Will from Rolling. And I'm Jamie. I don't like deck builder games. Oh, and I'm Adam, but I like all games. However, I don't like Will being next to me, so I'm pretty sad right now. Oh, that's a shame, Adam. Why I'm here today? Oh, go away, please. I don't want you here. Well, that's the shame. Well, I can just leave you out of this video because I don't care. I have control. I have full control. So it's just me and Jamie here because I run the Rolling channel. We're not reviewing a deck builder today, Jamie. Oh, that's good. Well, what game are we reviewing? We're reviewing a great game that is actually a deck builder. You tricked me again, like you did with your cooking show. I know, that was the best bit. So we're going to go and play a deck builder right now.